Chapter 11. A Fast to Death. On the 17th of August, 1932, while he was still in prison, Gandhi learnt that the British Prime Minister, Ramsay MacDonald, had decided to give the untouchables a separate electorate in Britain's new constitution for India. Gandhi believed that this would make the division between the untouchables and other Hindus stronger than ever. The next day he wrote to MacDonald and told him that he would fast to death against this decision, beginning on the 20th of September. At first, Gandhi did not tell any other people about his promise to fast to death. So, when the news came out on the 12th of September, people in Britain and India were extremely worried. At meetings all across India, people asked Gandhi not to fast. Thousands of letters arrived at Yeravda prison and at the Viceroy's house, and political leaders across India did everything they could to stop Gandhi's fast. But at 11:30 on the 20th of September, Gandhi took his last meal of lemon juice and honey with hot water. Something extraordinary now happened in India. Gandhi had said that if Hindus were not ready to turn away from the idea of untouchability, they should let him die. But Gandhi was the people's Mahatma, and they were not going to lose him. The day before Gandhi started his fast, 12 temples in Allahabad allowed untouchables to pray there for the first time. Every day after that, more temples opened their doors to untouchables, and all over India, Hindus and untouchables ate meals together and met in streets and temples. Letters arrived at Yeravda from organizations in villages, towns and cities across India, which now promised to treat untouchables equally. Untouchables were allowed to walk on roads that had been closed to them, and they shared benches and water wells with caste Hindus for the first time. Suddenly, India was moving forward once more. While ordinary Indians threw away the prejudices of a lifetime to save their Mahatma, political leaders went to work too. On the 20th of September, in Bombay, important Hindu leaders met with Bhimrao Ambedkar, the untouchables representative, who wanted to keep the separate electorate for them. Ambedkar, an untouchable who had become a lawyer, believed that untouchables would not feel safe talking about the way they were treated by Hindus if they were elected by both Hindus and untouchables. The Hindu leaders could understand this, and they now needed to find an agreement that would help with this problem and make Gandhi happy. And of course, the British government had to agree to it too. Sir Tej Sapru, one of the important Hindu leaders, had a clever plan which Ambedkar felt might work. The idea was to keep the Hindu and untouchable electorate together, but to protect some seats for the untouchables. Sapru and other leaders travelled through the night to explain their plan to Gandhi, who asked to meet with Ambedkar. On the 22nd of September, Ambedkar came to Yeravda, where Gandhi lay on a bed in the prison garden under a mango tree with his books and writing paper. The talks went well, but Gandhi was already very weak and ill, and on the 23rd his doctors warned that he could die at any moment. More meetings between Ambedkar and the Hindu leaders brought them close to an agreement on Sapru's idea, and finally, on the 24th of September, the 5th day of Gandhi's fast, the Yeravda Pact was signed. On the 25th it was passed at a conference in Bombay, but the pact meant nothing if Ramsay MacDonald did not agree to it too. It was now Sunday in England, and when the words of the pact were sent through to London, MacDonald and his ministers were out of the city. Gandhi's friends in London did everything they could to get a quick reply, and MacDonald came back to London quickly and looked at the pact with his ministers until midnight on Sunday night. Gandhi was now very close to death, and on the morning of Monday the 26th of September, his great friend Tagore came to the prison to sing songs to him. Then, at last, news came from London. The British government agreed to the Yeravda Pact. At 5:15 that afternoon, Gandhi broke his fast with a glass of orange juice, and many of his friends and followers cried as they watched. A few days after the end of the fast, Gandhi was already stronger and was able to spin once more. He had done something extraordinary. Untouchability had not gone completely, but Gandhi had changed Hindu society forever. Untouchables still had the worst jobs and were still at the bottom of society, but people now understood that prejudice against them was wrong, and the Harijans had a chance to be free at last.